Hey you guys, welcome back to Jujus Oracle. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, we are going to be doing a pick a group. Today's video is going to be about what was the lesson and how you can move on. So we're just going to take a look and I'm going to channel some messages for you guys, read some oracles and some cards. And yeah, let's get right into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, Pile 1, welcome. And this is going to be a reading for what was the lesson and how you can move on. So the first card I pulled was the rune, which is the overall energy. And you guys got the Perthro card. So this card represents feminine mysteries, the occult, initiation, feminine energy, that types of thing. Very mysterious type of energy here. And excuse me, because I did channel before. I tried to record before, but I lost the footage, so I'm redoing it. So I'm trying to pick up the same psychic impressions that I was getting before. But knowing that this is podcast style, so you can't see the card looks very different than what the actual meaning is. So I remember saying that whenever I first took a look at it, and then I went to go look at the meanings, because I am still learning the meanings of the runes, I felt kind of bamboozled by this energy, because on the card it is a man. He's crisscrossed applesauce and it looks like he's meditating. He's very zen. He looks very calm and peaceful. And there's also a cat here. So I definitely am getting the feminine energy with the cat. It's a white cat. It's a beautiful cat. And this cat looks very majestic, very royal. There's some plants here. There's some greenery behind this man. But then, you know, in the far off distance, there is a lot of like construction. There's a lot of buildings, and all of the buildings look the same. And then behind the buildings, there's a mountain. And the mountain is completely red, and then it has, you know, the snow cap at the top, the snow at the top. So it did definitely strike me as different, because this is a card that, you know, represents feminine energy. But there's a man on this card, and this man does look very masculine. And that's not to say that, because there's always a reason. There's always going to be different illustrations. So I'm not saying that, you know, the illustration has to match exactly what the card means. But intuitively here, you know, I feel like with this, whatever the situation is that you're being called to understand the lesson definitely has something to do with initiation, with maybe your feminine initiation. So this could have been a relationship for some of you guys, like an intimate relationship. It could be a friendship, or for some of you guys, I'm getting this could be a something to do with like a home. So this could have been like a landlord or something like that. But whatever the situation is, I feel like the lesson here was that you felt like this opportunity presented itself, or this person presented themselves to be very peaceful, very zen, very organized or put together. And you were intrigued by this situation or by this person. And I feel like, you know, what you didn't see was that there was a lot of stuff going on in the background. Oh, also, the channeled song that I got for you guys was Butter My Bread, which is an Afrobeat song. I'll link it down below for you guys. But what he was saying in the song, I'm going to get the lyrics for you guys. I can't get them right now. But it was basically about, you know, this girl who was tripping on her man, or on a man that she liked or she was seeing. I don't know, you know, I can't really pinpoint if they were in a relationship or not, but he was basically telling her, like, you know, just relax, like these other girls, they don't mean anything. So regardless of if this is a relationship or, you know, another situation, whatever it was, it presented itself to be very, very organized or peaceful or calm and straight to the point, or whatever it was that it presented itself as that you were attracted to. But I feel like there was a lot of distractions. There may have been, I don't know why I'm hearing mayhem. And another thing that I was getting is that this definitely has something to do with your foundation, with the mountain back here, and the mountain being red. with the root chakra. I'm getting a lot of root chakra energy. So I feel like you were always in the background, or you were always there trying to build something. Whatever the situation was for you, you were going into it with very clear intentions, with the intentions of healing, with the intentions of building, and with the intentions of, being grounded. And I don't know, I just feel like there was a lot of distance, a lot of space, whether this be energetic or physical, between you and this situation or whatever it was, or you had to create a lot of space between this situation or whatever, or this person. And yeah, so let me get the rest of the cards for you guys. So the first card you got for the overall energy is Exchanging Gifts, number 27. You got the New Life card, number 39. And then you got the No Place Like Home, number 50. So again, I'm definitely getting something for some of you guys. This could definitely be about you moving somewhere. This could be about a home for sure. And I feel like this situation, or what your intention was, at least out of this situation, was to create a new life. And I definitely get that there was something that was supposed to be reciprocity. Like there was supposed to be reciprocity here, but there was an imbalance somewhere, or there was a lot of distraction somewhere that caused an imbalance, or there was just deceit here that caused an imbalance. But nevertheless, this was a lesson for initiation. This was a lesson for you to really get in touch with your femininity and your gifts. This is whether you're masculine or feminine. So for the Archangel Michael card, the message from the archangels, you have lean on God and the angels for support. Dear God and angels, I give you this, briefly describe the situation. So this situation now, and completely I step out of the way and allow divine miracles to shine through everyone and everything involved. So the lesson here is definitely to let go and let God, to lean on your ancestors and God and your spirit team for support. And with the exchanging gifts here, I feel like whatever the situation was, you learned a lot. You definitely had to, with the No Place Like Home, I definitely feel like you had to go within, because I feel like you may have felt out of place somewhere. Like this could be a situation to where you really took a big leap of faith and moved not just homes, but like moved cities or towns or something like that. Like you could have made a drastic change, and you were, in a place or in a situation or in a space, whether this was physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, that was foreign to you. Right? Next, we got the How Teachable Are You, the number 9. We got the Beauty card, number 17. We got the Alchemy card, number 25. And we got the Letting Go card, number 26. So 26, 27, 25, these could all be numbers that are significant to you. But what I'm feeling here, and I'm seeing a lot of 9s, so and 8s and 9s, so there's a lot of prosperity, there's a lot of abundance that is around you guys currently at this time, especially with the Alchemy card. And again, I'm definitely getting that the lesson here was for you to alchemize, for you to get really in tune with your femininity, with your intuition, with what you need to do next. I feel like there was a sense of you, especially with you being really in your root chakra, or at least focusing on your root chakra, focusing on trying to build, trying to really find stability and ground yourself in something solid. You did, learn a lot here, especially with the How Teachable Are You and this Exchanging Gifts energy. So there was definitely some energy, some memories exchanged here, some words, some memories and all of those things. But with the New Life, the Beauty, and the Alchemy card here, I'm definitely getting that the lesson was in you recognizing that you have the power to create something new for yourself over and over and over again. I definitely feel like you have been through a lot, you have overcome a lot, and you know that you can You have the ability, you have the strength, the inner strength to create something beautiful for yourself. And you know, whatever this was, you could have been comfortable there, you could have been, or you could have already, because you had set intentions there already, you had grounded yourself there already. There may have been a sense of comfortability, even if you knew that it was uncomfortable for you, if that makes sense. Like, because a lot of times we can be so stubborn, right, that we don't want to move forward, even if we know that it's harming us, even if we know that staying there is not going to be, you know, the best outcome for us. But that's that ego that will tell you, well, you know, I'm comfortable here, or I already have all my stuff here, I'm not leaving, I'm not moving, or whatever the case is. Or sometimes it can even be fear telling you that you can't recreate this, or you can't have better because you don't deserve it, or because, you know, whatever the case is, I'm too weak, I can't do it. But Spirit is saying here that you know that you have you've done the inner work. The lesson here is that this situation was meant to initiate you, to show you the power that you hold. And there is power in letting go. With the no place like home and letting go, I feel like you guys have already entered into a space to where you have had to let go of people, places, and things, let go of ideas, let go of memories, let go of the way that you previously had known things to be, because there have been plenty of situations in your life where, you know, this had to happen for you. How you can move on. We got the gray, endings are inevitable, and this is the number 37. We got the number 20 or 39, which is raindrops, take a chance on them. And then we got the number 43, spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. So let's get right into it. For the gray card, endings are inevitable. I am feeling, this is with the how teachable are you and the exchanging gifts. Now, again, I did shuffle these previously and they were in a different order, but I'm still getting the same messages, so it doesn't really matter what order they're in. It's the same message that, you know, whatever the situation was, the lesson here is that, and this can apply to many situations in your life. I feel like this is for several situations. Like, you guys have been through several situations where you have had to learn a lesson in regards, and it was just an initiation. So it was a lesson to initiate you in regards to your intuition, in regards to your spiritual gifts, in regards to your discernment, in regards to, everything that is going to create peace in your life, that is going to make you more of this world and not in this world, or in this world and not of this world, whichever one it's supposed to be. But I always get them confused. But nevertheless, this endings are inevitable with the exchanging gifts and the how teachable are you. This is an initiation to let you know endings are inevitable, that you are the rising phoenix. How you can move on is by knowing that you are the rising phoenix, that endings are inevitable, that you are meant to go into spaces you are kind of karma in a way, right? You always leave situations, cycles better than how you came in, because of the simple fact that you go into cycles, you go into places, you go into atmospheres to learn, to grow, with the intention of learning, of growing. With the how teachable are you. You understand that, some people are here for lessons, some people are here for blessings, some people are here for seasons, and some people are here for life, right? You understand that. You see the beauty in that, with the alchemy, the beauty, the new life. And then we have the raindrops, take a chance on them. So for some of you guys, if love is something that you are interested in, I definitely see that coming in for you. But nevertheless, you understand and you see the beauty in creating new things and creating new relationships, new friendships, new, just putting yourself out there, new experiences, right? So you're not afraid to do things like bungee jump, or maybe not that extreme, but you're not afraid to, you might not be an extrovert, but you're not afraid to live life, or you're opening up to living life and having new experiences. You're not against, starting a new cycle for yourself. You understand that all it takes is you for you to get things done. You're not codependent, or you may be working on those types of things, especially with the root chakra energy here. That may be definitely something that you're working on, but with the alchemy card and the beauty card, you still have a lot more positive qualities about you than you do negative. You're not the type of person to try to control other people. You're not the type of person to try to be domineering. You guys are really, focused on what's going on inside of you. And you guys really know how to manifest really good, especially with the, no place like home, letting go. And then we have the spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing. Tell your story, right? Don't be afraid to tell your story. Don't be afraid to share with other people about, the different cycles and the ways that you had to let go in order to grow, in order to learn. Don't be afraid to be a leader. Don't be afraid to fellowship. I'm hearing fellowship with other people as well. Like whatever the situation is, or whatever situations you could have went through, it could have caused you a lot of turmoil, or it was just a lot of spiritual lessons that you guys had to go through. So I'm definitely getting for you guys, like fellowship would be very good for you guys. Meditation would be very good for you guys. Gardening would be really healing for you guys. Those types of things, really getting out in nature, really connecting with other people, with the planet. I was going to say other animals, with animals, those types of things. Getting out by water. This lady is out here by water, looking, just looking at the clouds, that type of thing. Really experimenting, or not experimenting, but really experiencing. And that's what I feel like you guys are good at already doing. So tap into your inner child and what you guys like to do. Go outside, do cartwheels in the grass. Like, I feel like you guys really are in tune with the earth, and you guys need to do that more. So for your next cards for how you can move on, we have Who Am I Ready to Forgive? And this says, I am not what happened to me. I am who I choose to become. Is it time to let go, forgive, and move onward? Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. Who do you want to become, and how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? And then your soul action card says, write a forgiveness letter, then practice the Ho'oponopono prayer today while thinking of the person you are ready to forgive. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And yes, so I like I said, do meditations and the Ho'oponopono prayer. I listen to that sometimes when I go to sleep. I will link one of those down below for you guys. I really like this card. And yeah, like I was saying, whatever the situation was, it's calling for you to forgive. Because like I said, I felt a sense of like bamboozlement, betrayal. I definitely feel like, whatever the situation was, it could have been, if it was a landlord, it could have been a situation where, they just may have had too much on their plate. They may have had too many other tenants, because the buildings behind this person, they're all dark. They all look the same, and it just looks like a lot going on. But yeah, I feel like, and it doesn't have to be anything against these other people. If there is other people involved, I definitely feel like there is like other things, other people, whatever this could be, that was, connected to the situation that you are learning a lesson around. So, and if it was a person, then this could have been like, they could have been somebody who was on social media and they constantly told you, oh, you don't have to worry about my followers, or you don't have to worry. They could have been a promoter, somebody in a King of Wands type of energy, somebody who is in the spotlight. Or this could even be you. This could be a situation to where this is you. You could be like a spiritual leader, or somebody who teaches about the law of attraction and like how to meditate and those types of things. And you could have been with somebody who, took everything that you did and every bit of attention that you got as like something negative. So, and I just feel like whatever it was affecting what it was that you were trying to build. So, you may have still have negative emotions around you losing this position, or you losing this home, or you losing this person, or whatever the case was. Whatever it was, the lesson was always that you need to go within. It was an initiation for you to recognize that you need to go within, and that there's beauty in taking the lesson and moving on, right? Because it's never going to be a loss for you, especially if you make it so. The next card we have for how you can move on is, am I on the right path? Sometimes we second guess what we are doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. Today's soul action for you guys is to search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The sign will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. So yeah, especially with this new life alchemy card, let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. You know already you have the innate responsibility, you have the innate knowledge that you need in order to move forward. You know that you're on the right path. I'm hearing your ancestors and your spirit guides have been trying to talk to you. They've been sending you guys signs, synchronicities. So even if you can't see something in your surroundings right now, you want to keep your vibrations positive. You want to keep your vibrations high so that you can continue to manifest good things. Especially with this initiation, this feminine energy, you want to integrate everything that you've learned, especially with this exchanging gifts. How teachable are you? You want to integrate everything that you've learned and ascend. So don't let what you see in your immediate surroundings confuse you. You're moving onward and upward. Okay, so just continue to forgive and get on the right path. It does not matter what you may have lost, because you are powerful enough to recreate it or create something better for yourself based on knowing what you know now. Next, you have, from whom can I release my judgment right now? Yes, judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. Today's soul action: look at the person you are judging as if you were looking at a small child. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift judgment for myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. So yeah, give space, hold space for people. Try to release judgment and forgive yourself and anybody else that is connected to the situation. That's really the truth, and how you can move forward, how you can release yourself from the shackles of the situation is to release judgment. And when you understand the power that you hold, it calls back your power in every situation. So in this situation, by you understanding the power that you hold, the fact that you can, move forward, you can heal, you can recreate whatever situation this is, apply for other avenues, apply for other apartments, do whatever it is that you need to do in your situation to get you out of this situation, and try to look at things from the other person's perspective or from another perspective in this situation, and see, sometimes you have to really recognize, and it doesn't have to come from a space to where you're looking down at this person, but sometimes you have to recognize how people create realities for themselves based off of their own insecurities or their own unwillingness to receive love, or whatever the case is, right? So if this was an intimate relationship, this person may have been so insecure that they felt like, getting attention from other women or other men was real love. And so they may have thought that they were, the hottest on the block, or whatever the case is. But that, having all these people lusting after you is not true love. So you may have gotten a different view on this person, or you may have had this person on a pedestal or something like that. I'm definitely getting that energy. If this was an apartment or whatever this is, this place, you definitely could have had high expectations for this place, you staying here, or whatever it was, you being in this environment. But, especially when you place expectations on things, or you have a heightened expectation about something and it doesn't turn out the way that you want it, it can really break your heart. So try to continue to move forward and heal from that, and realize that, people, they're still working and they're still growing, they're still learning themselves, and just try to release judgment, right? So lastly, we got the house, the number 20, the bad health, 31, and despair, 32. So yeah, I definitely feel like for some of you guys, this could have been a homing situation. But whatever it was, it definitely had something to do with, you building a foundation, whether this was where you lived or this was who you were with, who you were surrounding yourself with, where you went every day. It had something to do with something that was very prominent in your life, and whatever it was, it did not turn out the way that you wanted here, especially with the bad health card. But with the alchemy and the new life, again, like I said, the lesson is it was an initiation. It was for you to alchemize the situation. It was for you to take out any impurities and focus on the good and continue to move forward. And with the despair card, with the no place like home, don't be afraid to sing. And how you can release judgment is that maybe telling your story can help you to release judgment. Sometimes when we talk about things, even if it's to yourself and even if you have to journal it out, when you talk about things, it can really help you to get it out of your heart and out of your mind and help you to alchemize, help you to see it for what it is, and help you to really forgive yourself and others in the situation. You also can write it down to get different perspectives on it, right? So one way you can do it is to write down how the ways in which you need to forgive yourself, the ways in which you need to forgive other people in the situation, but you want to do those separately and burn them separately, or you can cut them up and whatever, dispose of them, but don't hurt yourself, right? It was all just for you to lean on God and to talk to your ancestors and to get a deeper meaning behind, what it is that they wanted you to do next. It was not for you. It was not meant for you to stay stuck. It was simply an initiation. So write in the comments, I'm on a new level if you're here for Pile 1. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video. How to welcome to the reading. Welcome to Jujus Oracle. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So today we're going to be tapping into what was the lesson and how you can move on. Let's get right into it. So the first card we got is your rune, which is algaes, and this card represents warding off evil, protection. Okay, you guys have been watched over. You guys are God's favorite. Okay, you guys are my spiritual warriors. You guys have dealt with a lot of spiritual warfare, a lot of evil eye, and you guys are not afraid to bust back. Okay, or at least you're not afraid to take a look. Now maybe you guys are still getting into the energy of really busting back, of really letting motherfuckers know that you see them, but you see people. You see things, you see people, you see what's not supposed to be seen. You see the things that people try to hide. You guys are divine mirrors. So I'm going to start off with the Archangel card because it's really calling out to me. I wasn't sure how I was going to do this particular deck or this particular pile. So the Archangels want you to forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. The prayer for this is, I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. So you guys definitely need to know that you guys are being watched over. You need to know that you guys have done nothing wrong. For some of you guys, the lesson here is for you to release control, release anger. For some of you guys may be, coming away from like religion or controlled religion or structure, or you guys may be doing something as simple as like going from having a 9-to-5 to having your own business. I definitely get that for some of you guys, a lot of you guys, but let's get into the overall energy. All right, so for the overall energy, you guys got the number 2, yin. You got the number 47, go the distance. And you got the number 17, the fates. So these numbers could be significant. So with the yin card, I definitely feel like this could have to do something with a mother. You guys definitely could have had to do a lot of shadow work behind mother wounds, mother healing, or just feminine. If you are a masculine, or even if you're a feminine, you just could have probably had to do a lot of healing behind like mother wounds or how you view women, those types of things. I definitely feel like there's something in regards to women, whether you're a woman or not, or the feminine aspect within ourselves that you are being called to have. There's a lesson here with this. Let me see. Next, we got the Great Fortune, the number 26. We got the Official Person, number 22. And we got the Thoughts, number 16. So the Great Fortune is here with the Yin. So I definitely feel like, yeah, you guys have already been through certain initiations. You guys are definitely spiritual warriors. You guys either are divine feminines. A lot of you guys are divine feminines, or you are currently going through your initiation, or you just went through your initiation with your divine feminine journey. And this could just be one initiation, because we understand that you will have many initiations, you will have many breakthroughs on your spiritual journey. But I feel like for a lot of you guys may be just starting out your spiritual journey, but you definitely already know what it means to do shadow work or to hold yourself accountable, how to receive, those types of things. And I feel like you guys are opening up your heart chakra, and you guys are tapping more into self-love. And that's definitely the lesson here, is for you guys to go the distance with your self-love, with the way that you love yourself, and to understand that you are a spiritual warrior, to understand that you are the divine feminine or the divine masculine, to really see yourself, to really see your body as a temple, to really see yourself as chosen, as beautiful, as handsome, as all the things that you are, right? All the things that you have radiated throughout your life, especially with the Official Person here, number 22. You guys have been through a lot, and you guys have overcome a lot, and you deserve to. The lesson was for you to think about all the things that you've overcome with the Fates here and Thoughts. The lesson was for you to really take a step back and to look at all the things that you've overcome, all the initiations that you've been through, and all the ways in which you have rose from the ashes and recreated yourself to be this official person, to be this person who is a leader, to be this person that a lot of people look up to. This group, a lot of people look up to you guys. A lot of people know you guys as spiritual warriors. They know you guys as truth tellers. People know you guys as someone who is very forthright, someone who is very deserving of respect. So for you guys, I feel like the lesson here was that you had a lot of people, you had a lot of situations where, you know, the forces of nature, the forces of evil, karmics, you know, you've been through the ringer, you've been through, you know, a lot of situations that were meant to break you. And the lesson here is that nobody can break you. The lesson is that you are unstoppable, you are unfuckwittable, you are protected. Okay, that is the lesson for you guys. And I feel like you guys are just here to get confirmation, because you guys can see everything. You guys already know, like, I'm protected. You guys already know what it is. And you just probably just need something to do. So for how you can move on, we got the Patience, the number 23. We got the Soulmate, the number 14. And Sadness, the number 5. So with the Patience here, being with the Great Fortune in the Yin, you guys can move on by continuing to forge this path. Be patient with yourself and be patient with others. Be patient with the process. I'm hearing don't rush the process. Trust the process, because with the Great Fortune here, anything that you go through, you have to understand that there is going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Nothing that you go through is happening to you, it's happening for you. So there's always going to be, you have a lot of good things to look forward to, right? Not just now, but I'm hearing also in the afterlife. So you guys are definitely earth angels. You guys have been through so much, and you guys have, with the Official Person here, you guys, and like I said, God sees you guys as his favorite. So you guys have been through so much, and you guys have held the faith, even if it was the size of a mustard seed. So God really holds you guys in high regard. You guys are very high ranking in the spiritual realm with this great fortune, the Patience, and the Yin card. Because of your emotional intelligence, you guys are very balanced. You guys are very loving, very caring, very nurturing. And you guys have held on to this part about yourself, no matter what has gone on, no matter what people have said about you, no matter what people have done to you. You guys have held on to that loving, caring, nurturing part about yourself. and you may not be perfect, but you continue to heal, you continue to balance yourself out and ascend and try to be a good person. So Spirit really wants you to know that. And also with the soulmate card and the official person go the distance, you guys may have already have a lover that is helping you to move on, to learn this lesson. So this could be somebody that, you know, God has sent to help you to heal, to help you to realize who you are. And sometimes God will send you in a life partner. And that is when you talk about a life partner, that's not just necessarily somebody that you're in a relationship with. That's somebody that you literally do life with. You guys, a life partner or a soulmate or a twin flame, if you know, you know, like that's a totally different type of energy, because you guys, and whether it's subconsciously or consciously, you know that you're here to really do that work. You're not here to play games. So you guys hold each other accountable. You guys really are very, very stubborn, but in a good way, about how you feel and your morals and your values. And sometimes you guys can be so bullheaded that, you know, it causes a lot of not a lot, but you know, it can cause you guys to butt heads. And so with this go to distance, official person, and soulmate card, I really feel like God or Spirit is sending you in somebody that can help you to learn and to grow and to really mature in your perspectives and things like that. Now this can be a lover, or this can be friendships. This can be any type of relationship here, especially because it just says soulmate, but it can be any type of relationship. It can be a job, it can be a boss, it can be a friend, it can be more than one person, right? So it can definitely be all of these things wrapped up into one, especially with this great fortune here. You guys have really healed in multiple areas in your life. You guys have healed in, you know, your root chakra and your heart chakra and your sacral chakra as far as your confidence. So what you guys are attracting will likely have you bring in soulmates, your actual soul tribe. And it's going to create great fortune in every area of your life. You're going to, you know, have that peace. The sadness here for how you can move on. I feel like you guys may be having a sense of survivor's remorse. Is that what it's called? And it's just saying that, you know, how you can move on, right? If somebody wanted to be part of your life in the future, then when they had the opportunity, when they were in your life, right, they should have treated you, they should have thought about how they treated you so that they can ensure a spot in your future. And that's what people need to realize. It doesn't matter who it is. And that's why, you know, I was taught to treat the janitor the same way that you treat the CEO, because you never know who that person is going to grow to become. And it doesn't matter. And that's why judging people is so the worst thing that you can do, because the janitor may be 50 years old. And if you're judgmental, you can think, well, you know, look at you, 50 years old, and you ain't nothing but a janitor. You ain't going to be nothing. You ain't shit. Nah. Right? But you don't know the type of mindset that person has. You don't know how that person's victory is set up, how that person's testimony is set up, right? And God will let you throw somebody in a furnace because they already have a point to prove to the people who threw you in the furnace. So you don't know, that person could the week after that, they could become, you know, a billionaire somehow. They could win the jackpot somehow. Or you don't know what it is. That person could go home every night and work on their gifts and their dreams and their goals. Especially nowadays in the age of technology, things happen so quickly that person can blow up, whether that be on TikTok, on whatever, however. And that can be somebody that God sends you, or God put in your life to test you, to see if you're going to judge them, how you're going to treat them, based off of, you know, what position they're in when you meet them. So you always have to remember that. And with the sadness card and the self-love card, I feel like you guys have survivor's remorse. And that's simply because a lot of the people that you know, had to realize, or you had to tell the truth about, whether that be to yourself or to them or whatever the case is, a lot of these people that you were in these karmic cycles with in the past, because I don't feel like this is necessarily for one person. I don't feel like this has anything to do with anybody outside of you. The lesson here is really just strictly for you. Like, I feel like you had to go through a lot of lessons with a lot of different people, a lot of aspects within yourself that just involved envy and jealousy and evil eye and people judging you wrongly, right? because I keep saying stuff about judging. So I feel like, yeah, and especially with the forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong, and the sadness and the self-love, the only sadness that you would feel is projection, is because, you know, people that you were attached to that did, you know, at one point share a space in your mind and your heart, they didn't know what to do with that, or they couldn't take your energy, whatever the case was. And it's causing you to feel some type of sadness. But with this self-love card, you know, the lesson and how you can move on is to have love for yourself, to realize that you've done nothing wrong, and there's nothing wrong with you continuing to move forward. There's nothing wrong with you continuing to forge a path of peace, a path of dignity, of honor for yourself, because that's what you deserve. And the next card you got for how you can move on is Tree, Let Them Go, the number 18. The number 2, Evil Queen, You Deserve Sugar, Not Salt. And the number 27, Witch, Justice is Coming. So yeah, with the Tree, Let Them Go, the number 18, this goes down to a 9. So this is definitely a lot of cycles that you've risen from, a lot of toxicity, from a lot of cycles. You've closed out a lot of cycles. You've had to come to a lot of understandings. You've done a lot of emotional work, a lot of intuitive work, a lot of feminine work, a lot of feminine healing, whether you are masculine or feminine. And I feel like a lot of integral parts of your life you had to let them go. Like a lot of people that you had childhood memories with, or a lot of things that you felt like were supposed to be solidified or solid in your life, you had to realize that they weren't, right? So you had to integrate a lot of different parts about yourself for yourself in order for you to move forward. And this is bringing you great fortune. So just continue to cut cords. You may benefit from doing a cord cutting meditation to help you to bring this great fortune in. This can definitely, doing a cord cutting meditation, because when you release things in the spiritual, it'll help for things to manifest for you in the physical. And sometimes how things start to manifest for you is you'll start to get angel numbers or synchronicities, like in your everyday life, to let you know, hey, you know, your great fortune is coming, your abundance is coming, or your magic is working, your cord cutting is working, your return to sender is working, whatever the case is. So yeah. And next, with this Evil Queen, You Deserve Sugar, Not Salt, here with the soulmate, the official person, and the go to distance, I definitely feel like you guys are being called to understand that the lessons that you had to learn from the past are not going to affect your future. I feel like there may be a sense of longing for the past, or fearing that the past is going to come back and repeat itself, or fearing that the past can in any way block your future. And I feel like that's all fear and anxiety that is actually manifesting itself as an actual block for this pal. And I feel like this could be my pal too, but it's a lot easier to say than it is to do it. So I understand. Spirit is really asking this pal to go the distance with whatever you are manifesting, or like whatever is coming in for you. Like I said, I feel like there's like going to be a lot of, based off of this healing, this emotional healing that your guys are doing, you're going to attract a lot more things. So you're going to attract friends, you're going to attract relationships, you're going to attract opportunities with this soulmate energy, official person. And Spirit is really wanting you to continue to do the emotional work, continue to do the physical and the spiritual work in order for you to go this distance, in order for you to keep, you know, climbing on your spiritual path, on your spiritual journey. Because with this Evil Queen, You Deserve Sugar, Not Salt, it's just saying that Spirit is acknowledging that you have had a lot of negativity that you had to transmute and that you've dealt with in the past, but they're going to ease it up on you a little bit, and they're going to, you know, you can start looking forward to ease, you can start looking forward to peace, you can start looking forward to grace, and you want to be open and willing to give the same grace to others that you are about to receive. So don't let past, you know, cycles and perspectives hold you back. Because with the Witch, Justice is Coming, the number 27, again, number 9. So this is a cycle that's closing, and justice is coming. There's going to be balance. So with this self-love and this sadness, you can let that sadness go. You can let that survivor's remorse go. You know, whoever it is that wanted to come with you, they would have done the work. They would have been, you know, nicer. They would have, you know, done whatever it is that they needed to do to ensure a space in your life, in your energy. And, you know, whatever this situation was, you really need to understand that it's not your fault, and that you don't need to feel bad for moving forward. And, you know, whatever it is that you may be worried about, or thinking about in regards to your path, you need to understand that spirit is protecting you, that your ancestors are protecting you, that you, again, like I said at the beginning, you're God's favorite. Before I even pulled the rest of these cards, I said this is God's favorite pal. So understand that everything is happening for you, not to you, and God is always going to make sure that you have everything you need. The Great Fortune card is out here. God is always going to make sure that you have everything you need. The only thing you need to focus on doing is closing out these cycles and moving forward, healing and moving forward. Okay, you don't need to worry about people who have been negative. You don't need to worry about people who have not been doing what it is that they're supposed to do. You need to move forward. That's all Spirit wants you to do. They also because I feel like there's people that have been evil eyeing you based off of the way that you look or things that you just simply can't control here. And like things that you like, opportunities that you get, like lovers that you get, things like that, like very. And it's just like if you would go to God, if you had a relationship with God, then you would know that everything that you have, you were meant to have. And they would know the same thing. There wouldn't be evil eye, there wouldn't be jealousy, there wouldn't be envy, there wouldn't be competition, you know. But that's only in a perfect world, I guess. And then we also have the Phoenix card, the number 9. Wow. So yeah, a lot of karmic cycles, a lot of rising from the ashes. So it says, how's that for a happily ever after? Yeah, you're getting your happily ever after. So the lesson here is that no matter what, you're going to move forward. You're going to get your happily ever after because you've wired it to be that way. Again, I see here with the yin energy, the patience and the great fortune, that you have always had patience, you know, with yourself, with other people. And that's really helping you to move forward. That's really helping you to stay nurturing, to stay in your heart chakra, to stay loving, because you really take the time to think about things and process things and do that shadow work. All right, so for your final message is for how you can move on. We have, what is my body telling me right now? And the Soul Truth card says, our body speaks to us. Through physical pain or discomfort, our body sends messages to us to look more deeply. See the trapped emotions, the lurking fears, and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body, and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. Today's soul action: get the book Heal Your Body by Louise L. Hay and find the answers toward which your body is guiding you. So this is here with the yin, the patience, and the great fortune. So yeah, like I said, I feel like you guys have been doing the intuitive work. You guys have been listening to your body. You guys have been listening to your intuition. You guys have been listening to your gut. So continue to do that. This is one of the cards for how you can move on. So like I said, you guys are currently in alignment. If you have not been in alignment, then this is what you need to do to learn the lesson. You need to get into your emotions. You need to listen to your intuition. You need to be patient with yourself. And by you doing this, it's going to bring you a lot of great fortune and prosperity. It's going to open a lot of doors for you. It's going to let the divine know, and your spirit team and your ancestors know, that you're listening to them, that you're listening to your intuition, and that you really want the best for them. There may be some things that you need to let go if you have not done this already, but always know that whatever you let go of, you'll be compensated times 10, right? And your body, your intuition, definitely there could be some health concerns that you guys are being called to look at, because this coming out for how you can move on is just letting you know that your body, your mind, your intuition is always going to tell you when something or somebody is not right for you. So you just want to, listen to the call the first time, right? You don't want to stick around and be in a cycle for 9 years before finally realizing, hey, I'm a victim, or, literally playing the victim to get pity when you knew all along, right? So that's all that's saying. And next, for how you can move on, we have, am I in my head or my heart? What is the quality of your self-talk? So I talk about inner dialogue. You guys may want to go back and listen to those podcasts or those videos. Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today's soul action: today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video, do some tapping, read an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and your dreams. So you guys may definitely, this is the second message about a book, so you guys definitely could benefit from picking up self-improvement books, self-help books. You guys may be like me and my partner, we just bought some books and we put them up in the cabinet so that they can, get dusty, and Spirit is calling for us to pull those books out and read them. Okay, tap in. But yeah, you definitely want to pay attention to your inner dialogue and what you're telling yourself that you deserve. I definitely feel like you guys may be in your head in regards to the past, in regards to previous relationships, previous friendships, previous, situations that you were a part of. And Spirit is just letting you know to make sure that you keep your heart chakra open, so that you're open for new experiences and for new people, because they are going to be sending you in people that actually, enjoy your company just as much as they enjoy yours, because you deserve that. You're actually lovable. And Spirit is saying that knowing what you know now about the number of people who had evil eye on you, or who had it out to get you, you can't let what they think and what they project onto you be right? You want to prove these judgments wrong, and you're not doing it just simply to prove these judgments wrong, but because that's not who you are. But when people project on you so much, that's a form of spiritual warfare. It can really boggle you down and boggle your mind down to where you start to live a life that kind of proves the negative thoughts and projections that people have about you. So don't be like these losers. Okay, you are the Phoenix rising, and you have people, you have perspectives that are way above, anything negative. So tap into that and master your emotions and allow for miracles to happen in your life, because it's waiting for you. Lastly, we have, what am I afraid of losing? As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Today's soul action: name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you're going. Today's mantra: I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. So yes, this goes back to what I was saying before about you having survivor's remorse. What are you afraid of losing? What are you saying that you are winning? What are you declaring yourself being chosen, or you being God's favorite, or you being, a seer? I feel like this group, you may have certain parts about yourself that you're denying, or certain parts about yourself that you hide for certain people to feel comfortable. And Spirit is saying, why are you doing that, right? What are you afraid of losing? Are you afraid that these people are going to reject you? Are you afraid that these people are going to feel some type of way, right? Like, these are already people that feel like you're all that in a bag of chips. These are already people that have preconceived notions about you that are already wrong. So you might as well come out and be yourself and prove them wrong. And on top of that, get what it is that God actually has for you, right? Instead of trying to fit into a box and be somebody and be something that you're not, in order to impress a whole bunch of people that are in this box. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nobody's getting anywhere with that. It says, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging, right? So these are all the things that we feel like we lose when we decide to jump out of the barrel, or decide to jump out of the box that somebody else has, decided to put us in. But by you being yourself, by you really thinking about your fate, thinking about your destiny, and declaring and calling back your power, and declaring yourself as chosen, declaring yourself as divine feminine, or whatever the case is, this could simply be you saying, hey, yeah, I'm going to be this entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur now. Like, for some of you guys may be afraid to leave your 9-to-5 because you're afraid that you're going to fall on your face. It's something like that, to where you feel like there's somewhere safe, or there's people that are going to be, I don't want to shake the table, or, there's people that can be intimidated by me, or, but you already know these things. And it's like, that you're damned whether you do, or you're damned whether you don't, because that's your energy. I feel like somebody here is trying to dim their own light, or you're allowing people to dim your light, or you're allowing the past to dim your light. Whatever the case is here, Spirit is saying that there's no way that you can lose. So you don't need to be afraid of losing anything. Spirit is saying the worst case scenario is really that you lose yourself, right? This is your path, this is your destiny, and you need to have self-love. And for the most part, you guys already know what it is and what it ain't. So, whatever it is that you are afraid to come out about, afraid to, be 100 about, or whatever this is, don't be afraid. Spirit is already here. You have divine protection. Everything that has happened to you has happened for you, not to you. And it's for you to get to this great fortune. It's for you to continue to follow this spiritual path and in this spiritual journey, and to help others along their path, right? And Spirit is going to bring you the help that you deserve and the help that you need in order for you to reach these higher heights, okay? So that is the lesson and how you can get over it. If this resonated, let me know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Hello, Pal 3. Welcome to Jujus Oracle. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is your energy for what is the lesson and how you can move on. So for your rune, you got Fihu, and Fihu represents wealth. It represents creation, fertility, energy. It represents luck. It represents foresight. So this is a really good card. This is a really good overall energy. This is giving, very showboaty. This is giving luxury. This is giving grand. This is giving, I don't know why I'm getting like romantic vibes here. So this could definitely be about a relationship. But there was, I'm hearing promise. Like, it was promising. It was a very promising energy. It was a very promising situation. I feel like you were in a good energy when you came into this situation, when you were going into this lesson. But let's get more energy in regards to it. So every POW is a little bit different, and for this POW, the archangels wanted me to step right in after I gave you guys the rune message to give you guys your message from the archangels. So they say, admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. And the prayer is, I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. So the archangels, I feel like, have been wanting to get in contact with this POW. I definitely feel like you guys have been sleeping on yourself, or you guys have been sleeping on a certain situation, because I'm looking at this card and I'm getting the cow that jumped over the moon, and that's like a lullaby. So I feel like this situation has been, I don't know, it's either been brewing for a while, or this might be a lesson that you guys have had to learn more times than your ancestors and your spirit guides would like. I feel like you guys are very unique. You guys are very protected. You guys are very abundant. I feel like you guys are very abundant in your energy, but I also feel like you guys are very abundant in the 3D. Either you guys could have a lot of family, or you guys could have just come from a very good background. You guys could have a lot of land. You guys could have inherited a lot of land. You guys are very unique. There's something about you, though, right? You're a lot different from a lot of other people in your family or in your surroundings or from where you grew up that makes you very unique. Yeah, so for some of you guys, I feel like this is a lesson that your spirit guides and your ancestors have been trying to get you to see or learn or understand or move on from for a long time. This may be something that has been looming over your generation or over your I feel like I'm feeling father energy here. Let me just get into the cards that you got. So the first card you got was Come to the Edge, number 20 or 36, so that could be significant. The next card you got is All That Glitters, the number 16, so that could be significant. That's 16. And the last card that we got is Yang, the number 1. So again, I'm feeling a lot of father energy, masculine energy. Whatever the situation is, this lesson is that you need to learn. I feel like this is something that was a generational pattern or behavior, or some could even say curse, depending on your situation. Take it as it resonates. This is a general message, a general reading. This is going to be for a lot of people. This is not just for you. So depending on how it resonates, it could be just a pattern. It could be literally a curse that has been looming around. It could be a hex, whatever. Or it's just something that affected you because of your father's side of the family, or because of the lack of male role model that you had in your life. It could be either one of those things, all of those things. Take it as it resonates. Again, guys, whatever the situation was, I feel like this situation had something to do with temptation, with wants, with needs, with the material aspects, the three-dimensional aspects of life. Like it could be job, money, tangible things in life, or those were the reasons why, that was the reason why, that's the energy in regards to why you kept finding yourself in this type of cycle. With the toil and labor here, we got toil and labor, the number 38, to clarify, come to the edge. Then we got the wealthy man, the number 13, to clarify the all that glitters. And then we got the concern, to clarify, number 33, to clarify the yang energy. So for toil and labor coming out for come to the edge, I definitely feel like you guys put a lot of work in whatever this situation was, whatever this lesson was. You guys put a lot of work in, and I feel like that's why your ancestors and your spirit guides are tired of seeing you go through this cycle. And whether, I feel like this is also you and your ancestors. Like, I feel like, because on this card there's like other people here as well, and I feel like your ancestors have put in a lot of work in regards to whatever this situation was. And this can be different from, between you and whatever your ancestors and things had to deal with, but the energy is the same in regards to, you guys may be a group of people that when you feel passionate about something, you're willing to put your all into it. I definitely feel like that, and it's almost to the point to where you kind of sabotage things, is what I'm feeling, or you get into situations that you should not be in, or that are less than favorable for you, but it affects you in some type of way to where, your ancestors and your spirit guides want to take a look at it. They want to talk to you about it. And with the all that glitters coming out with the wealthy man, I'm feeling like, again, like I said at the beginning, I feel like this is an abundant pile. I feel like you guys have a lot of family. You guys have a lot of loved ones. You guys have a lot of people around you, or you guys have a lot of things to be grateful for. And I feel like this could be something that happens generationally, but there's a void, or there's something that you guys are avoiding that is causing you to engage or be around people, or connect yourself to people, places, and things, or perspectives that are not favorable for you. Because each of these cards, the all that glitters and the wealthy man, the come to the edge and the toil and labor, like come to the edge is the number 36, and then toil and labor is the number 38. Okay. And then all that glitters is the number 16, and then the wealthy man is the number 13. So what I'm picking up intuitively here is that these numbers are not much far from each other, but what I am noticing is that the overall energy numbers are bigger than the numbers to clarify them. So I feel like, what's happening is that the abundance that you guys come from, and like I said, I feel like this is generationally, the abundance that you guys come from, or that you originally have, is a lot more in value than, and this can be spiritually, this can be materially, this can be financially, mentally, emotionally. Take it as it resonates for you and your family. But whatever it is, you guys have more, you guys bring more to the table than what it is that you're connecting with. So I feel like this is a situation where the lesson is that you're unequally yoked here. That's definitely what I'm getting. Sorry, I get out of breath when I'm channeling a lot, because I'm talking fast and I'm trying to bring my talking points to what I'm thinking quickly. My brain is computing quickly. But yeah, what I'm seeing here is that you guys are aligning yourselves with things, perspectives, people, places, whatever this is, that are unequally yoked with you. And lastly, with this yang and the concern card, this could either be a masculine energy. So this could be your actual father. This could be a father figure. This could be a boss. This could be the masculine energy within yourself, or whatever it is that is worried. Or I don't know if this is a situation where your dad could have said something to you about it, or I don't know what this is. I'm gonna see if I can get more information on it later on. Also, with this concern card, if it's not your actual father figure or a masculine energy, a masculine figure, masculine energy, whatever, take it as it resonates. Actually, coming to you concerned, then I'm definitely getting that it is the masculine, your masculine ancestors, or the masculine energy within yourself. If you are a feminine, or you as a masculine, the masculine energy within yourself is just letting you know that, there's going to be concern if you keep allowing people to take from you, right? The masculine within us is the provider, is the protector, is the one that initiates things, right? The feminine is the intuitive part. That's the right side of your brain. That's the intuitive. That's the nurturing. You feel things, you sit back, you listen, you receive. But the left side of your brain is where you actually compute things. That's your logical brain. That's your logical mind. That's where you think. That's where, you are more of a doer, right? And what it's saying here, because like I was saying, I'm feeling like you guys are aligning yourselves with things that are beneath you, or not necessarily, because I don't like to say that, but it's not equally yoked. Like, you actually are more abundant than situations, and I feel like you might be doing this out of either greed or lust, or something that is coming from a low vibrational or a darker space. And there is a part of you, which is the masculine part of you, that focuses on protecting yourself, focuses on how things are, the truth of the situation, and the logical part of the situation versus how you feel, right? And I feel like that part of you is concerned, is raising red flags, because a lot of things in this situation don't add up, or whatever it is that's causing a red flag to go off in the left side of your brain. And like I said, if it's not that, then it could be an actual masculine figure that came to you with these concerns, and it could be both. So let's get into how you can move forward. How can you move on from this lesson? And again, this lesson that I'm feeling is that you are putting yourself in situations that are beneath you, or you're not putting yourself in situations that are going to be equally yoked with you. So how you can move forward, the first card we got out here is the number 4, sexuality. Then we got the number 13, rejection. We got the number 16, inner child. And we got the number 2, self-sabotage. So the number 4, sexuality, is out here with the toil and labor and the come to the edge card. So I feel like you guys, again, I was getting this energy of like lust and things like that at the beginning. With the come to the edge card, this is giving like temptation. So I feel like you guys have been investing in things that are not going to be for your highest and greatest good. Like, you guys could be investing more on how things look. And this could be like in regards to sexuality or sensuality, but I feel like more tangible things, just to be more general, because I don't think that everybody listening to this POW is overtly sexual or anything like that. And I don't see anything wrong with that anyway. But Spirit is just pointing out, again, with this admit the truth to yourself card, like there could be something about this type of energy that you're putting out, that you're working for. There's something that you're working on, that you're working for. And especially with this sexuality card, that it could have something to do with love. It could have something to do with your home, especially with the 4 energy out here, the Cancer energy. It could have something to do with that, or it could have something to do with women. There's something that you're working on, because you could definitely be a masculine energy out here with the yang. I feel like I'm getting like mating call type of energy, and it's like you don't need to put out a mating call. You're going to find the person the person that loves you for you doesn't need a mating call, right? Like, they don't need a mating call. They know that if they're going to be attracted to you, and if they're going to love you like a life partner should and will, then it's not going to take you putting out a thirst trap in order for you to attract that partner, right? And so that's what I mean by going back to being unequally yoked. Like, and this could be a lesson. This could be why you find yourself in certain situations and in relationships that are unfulfilling, because what you're starting out with, what you're coming to the edge with, is not going to get you the results that you seek. Like, you could offer so much to the world. You could offer so much in a relationship. You can offer so much to a job. But if you're starting out with, I'm just so great, or hey, here's my ass, hey, here's my titties, hey, here's my, I got the schlong for you, then, people are not going to be able to get to the good parts about who you are, or the more deeper meaning of who you are, the more deeper side of who you are. And they might get past that part, but if you lead with this overtly lustful type of energy, then, you know, most people, they're either going to be freaked out by that, or they're going to only be attracted to that, just depending on who you ask and who you talk to. Also, if you're a man or if you're a woman, I'm also getting that you might use your job, you might use your, you know, your title, where you go to school, things like that, like the type of work that you do to get like suitors, to get women to like you, to get men to like you. And Spirit is just saying, like, you need to admit that that's not really what's going to get you your soulmate. Your soulmate doesn't care about that. They want to know, like, the work that you've done. Have you learned your lessons? Like, especially when in this age of Aquarius, where people are dropping, like, the veil is so thin, right? So all of these things that everybody else that's so material based is talking about, the real ones, the chosen ones, we're not talking about that, because at the end of the day, none of that matters. We're out here healing and ascending and trying to get to this 5D consciousness so that we're able to, you know, be with our twin flames, be with our soulmates, be with our soul tribes, and live in peace, live happily ever after. We're not worried about, you know, yeah, we're manifesting, right? We're totally on a different level. We're not worried about, you know, the not the mundane, but like the materialistic, capitalist aspects of society. Like, yeah, I know I'm a millionaire, but I'm not trying to be a millionaire to shit on the next person. I'm trying to be a millionaire because I'm ready for peace. I'm ready for freedom. I'm ready to, you know, travel the world and connect with people all over the world and heal and all of these things. And with all that glitters, the wealthy man, the inner child, and rejection for how can you move on. I feel like this, all that glitters and wealthy man, again, if you are a masculine, you may be focused on work and finances and stability and all of those things because you want a certain position in society, or you want to be seen as high value or something like that, something that is, you know, good on paper, good to the 3D material world. And this could definitely be coming from, you know, rejection that you have felt as an inner child or as a child. And how you can move on is by healing your inner child, by understanding that you are already abundant, right? You have everything that it is that you need, and everything that you see, everything that glitters isn't gold, right? So everything that you see, the lifestyle, the cars, the clothes, all that, the fancy things that these rappers and these trappers and these bottle girls and these OnlyFans girls and all that, you don't know what it is that they had to risk to get there. And also, there's nothing wrong with hard work. A lot of people, they look at their favorite celebrity, they look at their favorite rapper, they look at their favorite this and their favorite that. And number one, you only see the glitz and the glam. You don't see what it is that they have to go through, what it is that they have to deal with behind the scenes, and you don't know all the work that they had to put in. And for a lot of them, and like I say this all the time on my platforms, they've sold their souls to get to where they are, because for a lot of them, they couldn't wait their turn. They couldn't wait to see what path God wanted to put them on. And that's not to say that as soon as you get into the industry, that means that God has his hands off of you, because as we see, a lot more people that are in the industry are coming out about their faith and about their belief in their walk with God. But we see the clear dichotomy between those who have been walking with God and who are walking with God, and those who have sold their souls, who have taken shortcuts to get to where they are, to get bigger, you know, salaries, to get bigger houses, to get bigger this and bigger that. And at the end of the day, that type of thinking, that type of perspective that, you know, I'll never have enough, I'll never be enough, no matter what it is that you have already achieved. That has to do with their inner child. That has to do with them rejecting their own talents, their own gifts, right? And what it is that God has already done for them. That comes from being ungrateful. The fact that you feel like you constantly need more, to the fact that where you feel like you can no longer get it from God, and you feel like you have to go somewhere else to get it, or you have to, you know, be up under somebody else's will in order to get it. So how you can move on with this inner child and this rejection is to heal your inner child, heal any parts of yourself that feel rejected, that feel like you don't have enough, that feel like you never had enough. Go back to that inner child and remind that part of yourself, remind that 5-year-old you, version of you, that 10-year-old, however old version of you, that you have enough, and whatever you feel like you don't have, you can create. and continue to parent yourself, reparent yourself, you guys. If you have to remother yourself, if you have to refather yourself, I definitely feel like there could be a wound here with the father, since we have the yang energy out here with the concern. And a lot of the times when we have grievances with one of our parents or both of our parents, them being concerned for different parts of us or different, aspects of our lives can kind of cause us to reject them and go down the very same path that it is that they're trying to save us from. And with the self-sabotage card, next to the concern, how you can move on, I definitely feel like there can be a form of self-sabotage that you are, almost about to go down a path of self-sabotage that you are almost about to go down, or that you did go down with this lesson. But how you can move on from self-sabotaging is by understanding that, when people are concerned for you, sometimes it is rightfully so, even if you do have grievances with that person, or even if you do, still have healing to do in that energy. Because if this wasn't like a masculine, like a father or something that was telling you, hey, I'm concerned with the choices that you're making, I'm concerned with the road that you're going down, then it can just be the masculine energy, because you need to refather yourself, you need to remother yourself, you need to go back and love that inner child that felt rejected by your father, that felt rejected by the masculine energy in your life, or rejected by masculine energy, period, so that you don't self-sabotage. Like I keep saying, healing is not for anybody else but for you. It's so that you keep yourself from going down pathways and portals that are not for you, because these are things that can change the trajectory of your life just by you changing your perspective or understanding something better. Your next cards for how you can heal and move on is 24, Potion. Remember to practice self-love. The number 12, Expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. You also have the number 29, Feast. Slow down and celebrate yourself. And you have the number 8, Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. So let's start out with the Potion card, the number 24. And again, this is here with the sexuality, the toil and labor, and the come to the edge. So like I was saying, your body is a temple. If this has to do with your body, your sexuality, and I shared a post on my Facebook page and it's coming to mind, so I'm just going to share it with you guys. It said, shout out to all my SA girls, if you know what that means, that sexual assault, sexual abuse. Shout out to all my SA girls that turned out to be hypersexuals. And that's something that we need to talk about in the community, in all communities, not even in just the Black community, but for a lot of Black girls, especially because we have been sexualized at an early age, because a lot of us had big butts, we had big lips. Older people would sexualize us. They would tell us, hey, you need to pull that skirt down, you need to go put on some pants, or whatever the case is. And when you do that, it kind of does open the door up for predators and so on and so forth to see you as growner than you are, or more sexual than you should be, or more sexual than you are, right? Especially when people are projecting that onto you. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people here may have had to deal with. And if you are a masculine energy, that it can also be the same with you guys. And a lot of people don't talk about that. It is being talked about a lot more now, about how, a lot of boys, well, a lot of men, when they were younger, when they were boys, they were sexually abused, they were sexually assaulted. And that is the reason why why a lot of them are misogynistic, why a lot of them are hypersexual, and why a lot of them, don't have proper meanings around what it means to be a woman, what it means to be feminine, because these were women, these were feminines that were abusing them. And obviously these were karmic feminines. Obviously these were women who were hurting, who were predators. So yeah, but when things like that happen to you at an early age, or just in general, like I said, it can really change your wiring. It can really change, and you have to be cognizant with what you need to heal, and with your healing, you need to be intentional with that. So I feel like how you can move on, remember to practice self-love. You don't have to work hard you don't have to work and be lustful and be overtly sexual for people who are already interested in you. And you don't have to do more than what the other person is doing, right? Like, you don't have to overextend yourself, because I feel like this sexuality card can just be you overextending yourself. You don't have to do that in order to get people to come to you, right? You need to practice grounding. I feel like this group, you need to definitely practice grounding, do some heart chakra, sacral chakra, and root chakra work. I feel like that can definitely help you guys. And next, for how you can move on, we got the feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. So yeah, heal. That's another way that you can heal your inner child. Definitely give grace to your inner child and everything that you have overcome, right? I feel like this group, you guys have a lot of negative inner dialogue, especially when it comes to your past, the younger version of yourself. Give yourself a hug, give yourself a pat on the back for even being here, for even taking the time out to, figure out how it is that you can heal, how you can move on. What is the lesson, right? Your ancestors and spirit guides have been waiting on you to do this. They said it's like the cow jumping over the moon, y'all. But you guys are a unicorn. You need to slow down. You need to recognize all the unique gifts that you have, that you offer to the world. And with the expectations card, don't seek anyone's approval, right? You need to set the tone for who you are and for what it is that you are and for what it is that you are attracting and for what it is and where it is that you're going. Because everything that glitters isn't gold. You don't need to be or do anything more than what it is that you are already being and doing, right? Just continue to stay in your lane and heal, especially this inner child, right? You have so much abundance around you. I feel like this group, you guys are good. Like, you guys are really good. I feel like you guys have love. You guys have friends. You guys have everything it is that you need. But I feel like there's just certain ways in which you don't see there's certain ways in which you're not seeing yourself clearly. This could be in love. This could be in friendships, whatever situation it is for you that you may be going through it, because not every area of your life is going to be 100% at all times. But wherever it is that you are self-sabotaging and that, there's a call for concern, is saying that you never needed those wings to fly. So you don't need anybody else outside of you to, be great, because you're already great. Okay? Everything about you is unique. Everything about you is powerful. You are beautiful. And I feel like this is everything that you needed from a father, or everything that you needed from a masculine energy, and you are really learning how to give it to yourself, or this is what you're being called to do. This is how you can move forward, is to learn how to remother and refather yourself. Definitely refathering yourself, letting yourself know that you are everything and you will always be everything. You need to love yourself, right? You're beautiful, but it doesn't hit the same when it comes from another woman versus when it's coming from your dad, or, that masculine energy, that masculine protector, provider, who, really gives you that push to go and be who it is that you want to go and be, and do what it is that you need to go and do, right? But finally, what you can do to heal and move on, you got the what can I do to make a difference card. What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Today's soul action, make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. So with this sexuality and this practice self-love, this toil and labor, and this, making a difference card, how can you make a difference? How can you turn any pain that you had to go through, this karmic lesson that you had to go through? How can you now turn the wheel in your favor? How can you now take that hurt, take that pain, take that negativity and turn it into something positive, right? Turn your life around, turn how you view yourself around, and really help other people do the same thing for themselves. Because I feel like you guys know what it is to, indulge in hard work, right? So you guys can really tap into that and create another lane for yourself. Next, we got, am I letting fear stop me? Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. Today's soul action, Journal where you can be more consistent in your life, in alignment with your soulful goals, then show up. So yeah, you're being called to take action. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let the past stop you from moving forward. Don't let the fact that you feel like you keep running into the same karmic lesson stop you, because your spirit guides, your ancestors, they're telling you that, hey, we've been trying to get your attention. So it's not that you're out here alone. You just maybe haven't been paying attention. Or like I said earlier, there's a part of yourself, and I feel like it's a masculine wound that you have that was stopping you from really seeing how this behavior or how this perspective or how this situation was holding you back, how it was causing blockages for you. And I feel like this is something that happens generationally. So your dad may have not had his dad in his life, so this is something that he went through in his relationships or in his jobs or whatever the case is, or your mom or whoever, right? So this is something that I feel like is happening generationally, but it's going to stop with you, especially with this, am I letting fear stop me? So maybe you are being called to journal a little bit more, write down, ways in which you can change your life, write down different manifestation, look up different journaling manifestation methods, and definitely try those for yourself. I definitely feel like you guys will see success there. And with this card saying some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress, being with the all that glitters and the wealthy man. Like if you are a woman, or even if you are a man, you guys may have been settling in different ways in your life with the results of something, or maybe partnering up with people who, like I said, weren't in alignment with you, weren't equally yoked with you, because of this lack of self-love that you were tapping into for a while. But now you're being called to not let fear stop you and to move forward. And last but not least, we have name all the things you love. Are you one of them? Today's mantra: I give myself all the love and attention I need. So yeah, this is definitely calling for you to understand that you are the biggest lesson and project in your life. So don't let anybody else come before you, not even your kids. You have to take care of you. You have to take care of your mind, your heart, your soul, in order for you to show up as a mother, a father, whatever it is that you show up as, right, in your life. You have to first take care of you. You have to show yourself love, and be in a space to where you can attract positive things and not sabotage them, right? Not self-sabotage. You have to be able to attract positivity and hold on to that positive. You have to keep that wheel going in order for you to build that legacy. That's not to say that you're not going to have down moments or bad days or bad situations won't arise, because that's life. But with this, I give myself all the love and attention I need, in the concern in the Yang card, I definitely feel like there was a major concern in regards to what you felt like you deserved and how you felt like you had to get out to get what it is that you felt like you deserved, and so on and so forth. So yeah, like that masculine energy, that how you initiate things and what you put your initiative into, I feel like that was a big concern in your life. People might have been concerned for you. You might have been concerned for yourself, whatever this was, but you are being called to move on by focusing on self-love. Understand that this lesson is for you to understand who you are, and to stop. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let generational patterns, curses, and things of that nature stop you from moving forward. And you're really abundant, you're really protected, God loves you, and your ancestors, your spirit guides, they've been waiting to get in contact with you. They've been cheering you on this entire time. They've been trying to let you know how abundant and beautiful you are, and how much talent you guys have, right? I feel like you guys have a lot of talent, you guys have a lot of work ethic, and you guys have already gotten so far, right? But there were just certain parts about you that, your spirit guides, your ancestors felt like you were trading in or selling out in certain ways in order to get something that they were already willing and ready to give you, and that you can be ready and willing to give yourself, but you just have to do that work. Okay? So that's the message that I have for you guys. Let me know how it resonates down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.